All right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is video number 200. This is my 200th video that I've created this process. Wow, what a journey, all right? What a story. Man, I've got so many different things that I could share with you guys about this process and how it went, and the frustrations and the highs and the lows, which always going to be part of whatever it is you're doing, right? But I like to focus on the positive. I always like to focus on the fact that I finished what I started, because I believe that the quickest way to success is to finish what you start. And if you have the mindset to finish what you start, you're going to limit the things that you agree to start. Makes sense, right? So my question to you is, what did you start the first of the year? And have you finished it and started something else? Because that has happened too, right? But the thing about it is, you have to be honest with yourself. You have to ask yourself truthfully. Because see, you can't lie to me. I mean, you can lie to me, but you can't lie to yourself. And if I'm the person that you're bouncing things off of, you can still lie to me from time to time, because I don't know. I can't see you, right? But every time you look in the mirror, guess who's looking back? Right? And that person knows. That person knows the truth. It's like the Creator. They know the truth. Or he knows the truth, right? Or she knows the truth. Well, however you categorize your Creator, they know what you do. They know when you're telling the truth or when you're not. Sometimes you get away with it, sometimes you don't. Personally, I believe it all comes out in the wash, because it depends on the type of person you are. If you are a person with character, or you care about people, whatever you're doing, it will be all right. You'll be all right. If you're the type of person who goes through life hurting people, because hurting people hurt people, right? If you're that type of person, sooner or later, right? Because that's the way it works. Now, at the end of each of my videos for the last 12 weeks, I've been sharing quotes with you guys. And I want to close out with quotes, because I did quotes again this week. And see, I will continue doing what I do, because what I do is systematic. That's what a business is, systems, right? Now, do I have to do them myself? No, I don't have to do them myself. I can pay people to do them. And that's what I want to do, right? So that I can go do other things. Because think about life. When you were in high school, if you want to go back that far, you did things in high school that, you said, well, I want to do this so that when I get out of high school, I can do that. Or you did things in college so that you say, well, I want to finish this class so that I can go to the next class and take graduate classes. Or however your system was structured, right? How intense or how minute, it was still a decision that you made, right? The process still involved you. And that's good. That's good. That is great. But just like life, you have to continue doing that. You have to continue creating what you want to be, who you want to be, where you want to be, what you want to be doing. You have to consciously continue that. I know a lot of people were like myself who, I believe that there was a such thing as getting in a place and being okay, the comfort zone, if you will. And it is. But there is no growth in the comfort zone. And the comfort zone will never allow you to be the best that you can be. Never. Because you're kind of cruising through it. You're not really consciously doing things. You're kind of cruising through it, right? If you're, and you're so much more than that as a human being, right? Because we all have thoughts. We have ideas, we have dreams. Sometimes we get those dreams stifled, but, if the situation ever changes, those same dreams will come up. We'll start to think about other things too. But You don't want to limit yourself. You want to always be proactive instead of reactive. And I believe firmly that the more proactive you are, the less reactive you have to be. Right? If I make certain that I have X number of dollars in my bank account, the less I have to deal with when a situation comes up that requires money. Right? I just go get the money and do it. Right? Whatever that is. But if I'm not consciously focusing on saving money and putting money back, when a situation comes up, and it will, that requires money, guess what? It'll put me in a different level. It'll put me on a different stress level, because now I have to get money from somebody or somewhere or something, right, in order to make that problem or situation go away. When if I was conscientious and understand how life goes, I would say, okay, I always need to have a little nest egg in case of emergencies, right? And you should too. All right, I'm going to quickly get into this because I think that this is going to take me a second or two. But I do want to thank you guys again. Don't forget to share these videos, like these videos, and I'm going to be packaging these videos up and putting them in online courses that I'm creating. I got a lot of stuff to do with these, a lot of ideas that I'm going to be partaking in very, very shortly, because I'm finished with this one. One of the things, like I said, I'm going to do is set up a set to do interviews, video interviews. I've done podcast interviews, but I've never done any video interviews, and I want to see what the back and forth is like with clients, with people that have their own system and want to talk about it, and I share videos with them, and then I can package that process and charge. Think about that. You come to my system and we create an interview, and I charge you for that, for me to expose it to different places that I do things, right? Especially if you're an amateur and you don't really know how to create an audience and grow an audience, that will definitely help you, right? All right, so very quickly, Speak with Larry's Quotes, week number 12, the final week, the final videos, the final quotes in this process. Hope you enjoy these. And the first one says, a system is corrupt when it is strictly profit driven, not driven to serve the best interests of its people. That's Susie Kasem, Kassem. Number 2, sex is like money. Only too much is enough. That's John Updike. I'm not in disagreement with that. All right, number 3, money is permission to live. That's H.L. Humes, Humes. Number 4, we're part of a culture where everything is measured by money, fame, and sex. It's a religion. I'm going to spell this name. It's Ifeoluwa. Last name, capital Egbetade. Wow. All right, number 5. We are in an era of the silent crimes against humanity. That's Stephen McGee. I agree. Number 6. We are way less likely to love someone just because they love us than we are to hate someone just because they hate us. True that. That's, I'm going to spell it, Mokokoma, first name, last name, capital Mokhonoana. Wow, these are some names, but they have really good thought processes. Number 7, saying it ain't fair over and over again while you stand in front of a wrecking ball is kind of senseless, I think. That's Dan Grote, Groat. Number 8, in some rare cases, a friendship between two people benefit both of them. And what's more, in some rare cases, it benefits both of them equally. Again, that's Mokokoma, that person. Fantastic quote, I like that. Number 9, safety and fairness are the preoccupation of the wounded. Being and joy are the unconscious realities of the free and living. That's Mia McMahon. M-E-A, capital M-C-M-A-H-O-N. Number 10. It's almost never the kind of person you are, but the kind of job you do, which decides how much you get paid. That's capital S-A-A-H-I-L, last name capital P-R-E-M. Number 11. The only thing that makes life unfair is the delusion that it should be fair. That's Steve Maraboli. I like that one. I like that one. What makes you think life should be fair? I mean, come on. Number 12. Sometimes the only thing preventing your dreams from becoming reality is the long time it's taking you to start. That's Israel Moore, I-S-R-A-E-L-M-O-R-E, last name capital A-Y-I-V-O-R. 13. The first thing you need to know in order to properly measure your time is that you must not delay. That's Sunday Adelaja, A-D-E-L-A-J-A. The first thing you need to know in order to properly measure your time is that you must not delay. Number 14. The deed is nothing. It is the thought that breeds fear. And we achieve little by lingering. That's Alan Garner. 15. Delay is not a helpmate. The cemetery is full of people who thought they could do it tomorrow. Do it now. Again, that's Israel Moore, capital A-Y-I-V-O-R. Number 16. Sometimes God doesn't delay. No. Sometimes God doesn't deny, He delays. That's Shannon L. Alder, A-L-D-E-R. Number 17. When is the perfect time? A. Who can say... Oh, no, that's not right. Number 17. When is the perfect time? A. Who can say, but probably somewhere between haste and delay. And it's usually most wise to start today. That's Rashid, last name capital O-G-U-N-L-A-R-U. All right, moving right along. Number 18. Greed makes one to get blessings without qualifying for it. Again, that's Sunday Adalaje. I think I got that name right. 19. Money isn't everything, but you'll never convince money of that. That's Marty Rubin. I like that, Marty. Money isn't everything, but you'll never convince money of that. Number 20. Every greed is the root of ungratefulness. That's capital L-A-I-L-A-H, middle name capital G-I-F-T-Y. I guess that would be Gifty, and last name capital A-K-I-T-A. Akita, I guess. All right, number 21. 98% of politicians are either corrupt or corruptible. That's again M-O-K-O-K-O-M-A. 22. He who is not content with what he has would not be content with what he would like to have. That's Socrates. Number 23. Marijuana is quite possibly the finest of intoxicants. It has been scientifically proven for decades to be much less harmful to the body than alcohol when used on a regular basis. That's Nick Offerman, O-F-F-E-R-M-A-N. Number 24. A friend with weed is a friend indeed. That's Pops O'Donnell. As you can tell, these are marijuana quotes. What a segue, right? What a way to close out. All right, number 25. There's an ironic, almost tragic phenomenon, which is that seniors who are one of the groups who can most benefit from the use of cannabis are the single group which remains most opposed to reforming cannabis laws. That's Steve D'Angelo. And I've got a couple of bonuses. Bonus number 1 says, the same drug that had been considered fearsome 20 years earlier when associated with African Americans and Latinos was refashioned as a relatively harmless drug when associated with whites. That's Michelle Alexander. True that. All right. Bonus number 2. When you smoke the herb, it reveals you to yourself. That's Bob Marley. Right, I know. I'm going to close out this 200 video series talking about marijuana. I'm open to that type of world. I really am, because the world is changing, truly changing, and it needs to be changes made. Hopefully this can be a part of that change, right? For someone's life. I'm sure that some of these videos will change or alter some person's life along the way, but you never know. See, the thing about it is, before these videos were created, they didn't exist. So they couldn't help anybody. But today, they exist. And you never know what effect it will have on who it will have. It's like, I like to reference it as, you think about people who live in the third world, a third world country. And you take for granted the things that you discount, right? The things that you don't like, you just throw them away, right? You might be the type of person who buy a pair of sneakers and keep those sneakers for maybe a year and throw them away. And then you have people who can't afford sneakers, right? There are people in this world who pray every night for the things that you don't care at all about. They pray. Just like you pray for the things you pray for, they just want shelter, security, peace, and those type of things out of life. But they're not given that opportunity. So be thankful for what you have and what you can accomplish and what you can do. And always try to touch somebody along your journey in life in a positive way. All right, that's what I try to do. I'm not saying be like me. I'm just saying think about it. My name is Larry James. My company is Speak with Larry, and I'm signing off.